All right, what's up? What a big deal. 10 o'clock on the dot. What's going on, everybody? Holy smokes. Chuck G, Dennis Farley, Dad, Josh Weaver, Air Marshal. Air Marshal, tell Bobby I left my cord for the camera in the trailer. So actually, we might lose this camera in an hour, but I want to try something with you guys because I set up another one. If this one dies, we'll have something to do. So I'll do a test in a little bit. David Martin Graff, Vito Campanero, David Snyder, Michael Reiska, Jay Berg, William Mergita, Shalosky, Chuck G. Yeah, maybe. Marty Cruz, Mike Keller, Mary Irwin. Awesome. Guys, Frankie NV. What is up? Farmer Man. Man, listen, dude. What do you mean make you blue again? Don't do that to me. Don't tell me you're gonna like ultimatums. I'm gonna get a lot of wrenches off of here, and it's not gonna be a deal. I promise you. And if it is a deal, it's gonna be goodbye. Do what you will. I'm not playing the wrench game today. My gosh. Seriously, like respect your elders or something. Golly. Don't do that. Seriously. Nothing personal. I took a lot of them away, and I'm going to take more away. People, you guys don't even know how much control you actually have. And if we're not bros, then it probably isn't a great idea. Spencer Keith, what's up, man? In debt to RC, the trip was awesome. Oh man, it's always hot there. George Watts, guys, I got some stories. Thanks for that, George. George is a hell of a pilot, you guys. And I already knew this just because from my time I've talked to George in the past, the kinds of stuff he flies, like you're not screwed around, when you fly that kind of stuff. But George had a T-33. First of all, it takes some brass to do a maiden flight at events. Not everybody will do maiden flights at events or just any flying. Sometimes people just watch, and that's fine. David Wilson, your mother should have told you better. Never tell somebody they look tired. Of course, I've been burning it at both ends for a while. So, yeah, man, T-33, totally tail heavy. Brand new maiden flight, big dog, T-33, and dude saved it. Good kids, he's got good boys. Pleasure, man. Hal Rufner, what'd you take away? Marty Cruz is still, let's go, okay. Yeah, it was a super fun weekend. Dave's RC was going live at 5, getting some footage, getting some other behind the scenes stuff. Dave's RC, of course, was there. I mean, what a rundown. We'll do that rundown. I got you, David Wilson. I'm just an ass. That's my problem. Sorry. Good kids. He's got good boys. What, Spencer? Air Marshal. There was a lot going on, so it was good times. Those guys were capturing footage. I got the camera on a bunch of stuff at the flight line yesterday. It's funny. I work hard all year, and I realize that when I go to these events because I want to chill. I want to fly. Like, here I am with the people. Am I going to be, like, all up in this? For as few and far between it is that I get to go to events, like, I'm going to be there. So, look to Air Marshal did a bunch of cool stuff. Dave's RC did a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to process through all the footage I have. I got an echo, huh? I think I can fix that. Did it go away? Let me know, Dennis. Let me know, Dennis. It's my backup plan. Is probably what's echoing. Yeah, I did do a few Facebook Lives, you know what I mean? And the other guys did too. I didn't make anybody film me because I didn't want to make anybody work, you know? Um, yeah. You know, everybody's just trying to get as much flying in as they can, and it's kind of stringent in a way. I'm actually looking forward to next weekend. I'll spend a little while in Muncie next weekend. Yeah, yeah. Well, good. Still echo, huh? All right. Still. I can make it go away. Let me know if it's still happening. Because I can fix it. Let me play a minute. Next weekend, I'll spend a little while in Muncie next weekend. It's still there. Yeah, yeah. Well, good. Still. Uniac, come on, man. That's not gonna help. It's surprise sometimes it's not a bigger deal. Yeah, Michael, thanks, man. So, is the echo better? Let me know. Dave's RC gave his Avanti to the boys that were with me. Awesome. What a generous guy. Ryan gave an A10 to another kid that was there. What a community. Yeah, George, I felt bad. I wasn't giving it to you. I didn't see you guys in the morning, and I saw Phone Boy RC. Didn't see any of us. But every now and then there's a guy, Phone Boy RC, who's, man, what in the world? All this audio business. So Phone Boy RC, I gave him my E-Flite A10. And I'll tell you, what a community. Yes, Dave's RC, good on him. For me, maybe not so much. I mean, I'm a nice guy, but here's the deal. I took the screws out to pack up the plane. The wing wouldn't come out of where it set on the fuse. So I was like, forget it. I'm not going to rip this brand new plane. It's only flown for videos. You know what I mean? It's only flown for videos, and then flew at the show a few times. It was in great shape. So Phone Boy RC I put the screws back in it. Phone Boy RC got a brand new Vine and Fly E-Flite A10. So bug him. I want to see him do videos on it. David Martin Graff. Anybody flying F-22 Raptors? Yeah, a lot of F-22 Raptors and some F-35s, but a lot of F-22 Raptors, a lot of T-33s, HSD and free wing. They all, you know what? We had some wind and we had some crosswind a little bit, but nothing like we're not already used to. And most of the time it was right down the runway, one way or the other. Good, the echo's gone. It ought to be. Nice, George. Yeah, man. There's so many. I met so many folks that are up in this chat, it feels like. The most impressive thing I saw at the show was my eyelids at the end of a long day. There's something special about those big T-33s. I mean, and so we did a 4-ship formation flight on F-22s, and then that was pretty cool. And then the T-33 guys were, they went up together, 3 or 4 of them at a time, when I only flew mine like once. But I filmed, the pattern over there is huge. So depth of field is a nightmare. And auto's not going to work, you know, on planes, especially when it's super, super, super sunny, actually. Yeah, that DC-10, that big airliner, right? Folks love that. It doesn't do much for me, to be honest with you, but I thought it sounded like it needed balanced. But yeah, it's impressive, no doubt, no doubt. It's so funny. There's all kinds of things there. I saw absolutely zero RC blimps, Mike Keller. Shadow Ops. I met a lady who was actually a guy who flies there every year. He's got a bit. You may have seen it in videos from last year. A big killer 262. Dude flies it really well. It's a big bird. I don't know who made it. There's a lot of old kitted EDFs that were old like turbine or old like gas, jets that guys have made electric. So there's some vintage at that place. Anyway, this guy had some sweet stuff, and his kid, Shadow Ops, is in the service and does what you did. And I thought that was neat. And I was talking to them about you a little bit. Just wing it. Thank you. I hurried home to do the show, and I still didn't make it. I left. I didn't give myself much time, and then there was a detour too. Farmerman blowing it up. Not blimp-tastic, yeah. Yeah, man, there's always planes that go in at these things. It seemed like one corner was like the Bermuda Triangle. Recommend I didn't say that at all. But, man, whatever floats it, bro. Did some float flying. It's only 4.5 hours. Thanks, guys. It was only 4.5 hours. I brought my Mike Kennedy Keurig coffee. I had it. I always bring more stuff than I ever unpack. I brought all my stream stuff, and I was just like, you know what, man? By the time we thought about doing it for Dave last night, it was already almost 10. We finally got done flying. It's time to try to eat. The first thing I did when I got here was shower. I'm just like, there's no way I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna sit here like that I wear it well, but damn, 3 days or whatever. I sleep in my car when I'm there. Eddie K's RC Craft King. Yeah, so much footage. So let's just try to think about who all was there, because that's a trip. Guys that you guys will probably know. Super awesome to meet George Watts again. I did fly my T-33. I didn't fly it enough. And whenever they went up, I was always... Andrew Williams gave me this. He gave me a big bottle last year. It's still in one piece. Yeah, good to see George Watts. Andrew Williams was there. Yeah, the coffee was amazing. I'm drinking some right now. I had some Keurig. So yeah. YouTubers, me, RC Air Marshal, Dave's RC. That's a trip, I see it's probably the first time they're dealing with that stuff where folks know them already, even though they don't. And that's a trip, but it's easy. It's easy. It is for me. Those guys did great with it. But when I was there with them, it's like I'd seen them 100 times. You know what I mean? Because I have. Videos like that. A lot of folks can know you and be comfortable with you already. It's actually a hell of an icebreaker, because I would probably just mind my own business otherwise, but it's super cool. Dude, the Pete's inventory is great, Mike. Thanks, man. I tell you what, it's kind of ramshackle, so it's not like everybody's getting up at the crack and having coffee. It's like everybody's rolling out of whatever they're in and getting going, getting some flying in. So I think there only a few guys took me up on the Keurig coffee. Yeah, just wing it. I'm waiting to figure that out. Actually, it seems like talking about the Jeep. Um, I kind of don't want to get anybody excited about it yet because I don't have my stuff dialed in. But I think so far Banggood's the only place selling it. So I'm getting my affiliate stuff dialed in with them. I haven't had a chance to check any of it out. It might already be in effect. But yeah, I actually drove it at the one night. I drove it around in the grass. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna get a good crawler video of it. I got a good crawler video of the Red Cat stuff. That I just got to edit. It's starting to become evident to me that I need I need to be able to crack the whip on somebody in production. I have so much video. It's not even funny. I could never go film again for the rest of the year and have something out every day. I really, 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 really want to just be the creative person, not the sit here and get through it all guy sometimes. Yeah, it will be a good photo op with the Warbirds. And you know what? I'm looking forward to Neffy for that. Neffy's a little looser. They don't shut you down at 9:30. When you can fly at night or you have night flyer planes, well, I don't know why you can't. You're out in the middle of nowhere. This club we're at, Jet Jam, it's out in the middle of nowhere. But you can't fly at night. So, okay. Matthew, thanks, man. Thank you for the super chat. That kind of stuff is what makes it easy to, give kids planes and stuff. I gave away a couple 64 millimeter jets and stuff last year also. Yeah, I tell you what, yeah, Raymond Molina, that sounds awesome. I tell you, the more I go to these things, the more I want to do my own. Except I don't want to do my own. I want some. I'm being real, guys. I'm full time. I'm busy. I love it. I'm nuts. When I go to these things, I'm like, man, I'm nuts. I'm absolutely batshit. Because folks are just having a good time. They're not worried about everything else. Most people don't worry about everything else. So I don't want to worry about everything else. I'll throw an event. I'll throw my name on it. I'll market the thing. But I don't want to deal with the ones and zeros or the potato salad or the coleslaw. That's not my thing. It takes a lot of talent to pull those things off. So like kudos to anybody who does events, throws events. There's hard work involved. I don't want to do. But I want to have an event. A Pilot Ryan Electric fly-in. Maybe team up with somebody, do one. I'd like to do one in the wintertime somewhere warm. And it's just like, I won't bring anything. I'm just coming. I'll fly everybody's stuff. Don't do it, P51D fan says. I'm saying, I know, right? Just wing it. Roach Coach was there. Roach Coach Hellies was there. He had a posse. Jordan Dole. Yeah, no editing. See, the thing about no editing, we talk about this a lot over here. I may be surly tonight, guys. I hope not. Just ask me questions that steer me another way. My editing is not really so much cutting as much as quality assurance. Bash Fest. Yeah, you be flying prop stuff. You be flying jet stuff. You be flying trucks if you do a show with me. I know folks would come to it. I shouldn't even say anything because folks will want to do it. They'll ask me. Man, for real, George. For real. No wonder they're kind of hard to deal with sometimes, right? Working that hard. Surely never. Oh man, Josh Weaver, yeah. Yeah, he was all in. He had me sign his A10. It's always funny. Texas, Marty Cruz says, yeah, Shalosky, P51D. Yeah, it's so funny. Oh, Daryl, yeah, I had a great time. Great time. It's not. it's busy. You guys will maybe get a vibe for the tempo with some of the videos I put out. I was right there by the pit, the air boss, Dave Hawker. Yeah, man, I'm back home. I saw Dewey and who else was with Dewey? They were the first guys to come up to me when I got there. It was Thursday, like noon, and they said you sent your condolences, basically, or wish you could come, and I think I called you a bastard immediately for not being there. So at least you're here. Good to see you, Dave. Let's do something Texas one of these days again. You want a wrench, Dave Hawker? I'll give you a dang wrench, but I tell you what, I'm going to take them all away one of these days when you guys are sleeping, just like legislation rammed right up it in the middle of the night. All right? They're going to go away. It really shouldn't be a status symbol, but it's become one. The thing about moderators is, like, when everybody is one, it's like, who is one? Who you know what I mean? Who is actually moderating? I had guys completely screw me on my like 500 people stream because he had a wrench. He was able to screw me around. You know what I mean? I saw some crashes. I mean, you always see a lot of bad landings. I tell you what, though, it doesn't bother me, right? It doesn't bother me because what I see, you know what, I've been starting to kind of pick up on this vibe, and maybe I'm late to the party, but it's like, some of these events and some of these guys have been flying for a long time. You know, if they passed gas, they would break a wine glass. Just sometimes. But the guys who fly foamies are a little more chill. And some guys take it really seriously, you know, which is cool. I take having fun seriously with them. And I like to get videos of them. But the foamy guys are looser. And, you know, I don't remember what the point was there. But Dave Hawker, coolest thing at Jet Jam? Probably me. Probably me, Dave. I'm just kidding. Man, I don't know, man. Seeing HSD in Force was awesome. Bobby and Andy and some other guys, John, I think it was, and Chris True. Those guys flew a lot together. And those things are... You guys have seen our videos where it's like one of them. Man, when you hear 4 of them go off, you know, in a row, you know, pew, pew, pew. What a sound when there's 4 of them. But yeah, so what I'm getting at is with foamies, you're going to see, I mean, even these guys with the real fancy ones prang them around. But you're going to see more guys getting out there and bouncing them around sometimes. And then you're seeing guys who bounced them around last year who stick it every time now. You know, there were guys who kind of just came to check it out, I feel like, last year, and then brought their stuff this year. Like, let's do this. Tom Heatdirks was there with a bunch of stuff, and he was rocking it. Every time he had one up, it was always always a good landing. And there were other guys that I remember having trouble with things last year who I noticed them this year, like rocking stuff that they maybe hadn't before. And I was like, yeah, I see you, man. You know, like, you're looking good. You nailed it every time. One guy on a Havoc, every landing was a good one. I was like, man, I didn't get a landmine very much, you know? But yeah, it's cool. So I think the foamies we're a little bit the bastard children of like the hobby elite, but don't let them scare you, because we're really what it takes to save it, I think. So I mean, I appreciate all that stuff. You know, man, it's not a big deal. A lot of people are losing wrenches. You know, I'm gonna give it back for tonight so we can shut the conversation down on that. But almost all of them are gonna go away. I mean, you have a wrench, which means you're a moderator, which means you like work for me, right? But you don't. None of you do, really. So what is it? What is it then? Boozer did a video on it that really, I think, laid it out pretty good. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it. So, yeah. No, man, all electrics at Jet Jam. EDF Jet Jam. Yep. All electric. All electric. Thanks. Man, I had a good time. You know what's cool about flying? So I would not always on purpose make it happen this way. But a lot of times there's a group or 3 or 4 up at the same time. Oh, geez. Is this what it's all going to be the whole damn time? I mean, if you got to have one, I'll give you one. Everybody gets a trophy. I'm surly, y'all. Everybody gets a trophy. But if 3 or 4 guys are up at the same time, it don't interrupt over a wrench. That's kind of what I feel about it. If 3 or 4 guys are up at the same time, the flights are short because they're jets. You know what I mean? So if there's not, there's always a line, but sometimes there's a lull in the line, or there's a 3 or 4 guys that kind of maybe want to go together or something like that. So I'll get in where I can fit in, either at the end of like a group going to be coming down, or maybe when no one's up at the moment, and rip it up. Because if you don't have the sky to yourself, you're in the pattern. You can do some rolls. They don't want you doing a lot very close, which is all makes sense. So you're doing rolls and just junk on the downwind, far away and safe, or, you know, out in front, but still very safe. This is where you learn how to pattern fly with other people, though, for sure. And communicate, and the Air Boss thing is really neat. But, you know, when we fly, it's always so dang windy. No one's at our field anyway, so we just do what we want. And if it is nice enough where other people are at the field, we kind of wait until we can have the sky. Because, I mean, I think you guys, I want to make a video keeping it close where you can see it, and ripping it up and having some fun and show its limits a little bit. So that's the deal. So when I get a chance to get up there and no one's up there, you can rock it. And some of the best flying at this thing is at the end of the day. It's thinned out. People went back into town for the hotels and all that good stuff. Jeremy Aaron. It was nice meeting you too. Were you there with your brother? Is that who it is? I can't see your avatar. But yeah, cool. Ryan, actually flying for fun and no camera was awesome to see. Rock the radio. Thanks, Spencer Keith. Spencer Keith, guys. This guy has come on strong. He started flying in March. And he's got them all. You know what I mean? And he's doing it. He's doing it. That's cool. That's cool. Where's Craft King at? I'm missing something here. I get it. Well, that's why I want to go west, or, you know, somewhere warm in the winter. And it's easier for me to get away. It's easier for me to get away in the winter. I heard stories of a turbine and a big gasser warbird got each other at a meet near me a while back. Cool, guys. Third phase. Flying at events is definitely different, and Neffy's low key. Just trying to keep up, guys. Sorry. I'm telling you, I want payroll. You know what I mean? I know what to do to kill it more. You know what I mean? And bring it more. I need... Oh, okay, cool, Jeremy, cool. Man, I want someone to just put on the camera. And I'd be like, okay, film this guy's flights. Because I want to bring everybody's, share it all. But I don't have to do it all. I don't have to film it all and edit it all. But, yeah, I got a bunch of guys. I didn't get, no one filmed me, and that's fine. Unless they did it on, I didn't know. I didn't hand anybody a camera and say, hey man, get me, you know. You can't do review videos at shows. It's just a different kind of thing. But you can capture them. But, so I filmed a bunch of guys. And I think guys you'll know. Hey Grossman, Neffy's next weekend, right? Are you going? I'm excited about Neffy for some Warbird action. That's the one thing, man. Because I don't go to a lot of events, I always feel a little bit like, man, just jets. I mean, I love them, but just jets. I mean, man, I like it all. Oh, I got it. Sweet, Shalosky. Cool, guys. Yeah, I would love to do a handful of events a year. It'd be sweet to get away to 3 or 4 instead of 1 or 2. You know what I mean? Maybe 5 or 6. I'd like to just team up with an outfit that's already doing something. They already have the work of it all figured out. And just like, companies brand products. Why can't I brand an event? You know what I mean? That's what we do. We don't really do products. We do access and 1s and 0 click driving. Oh, Mike Keller, they don't do any of that. It's pretty stiff. I mean, it says class act at Jet Jam, but it's kind of stiff. Which, I mean, you know what? Getting hollered at does make you feel like a kid again sometimes. Yeah. Massis boxing belts. Yeah, so the Horizon guy, let's try to do a rundown before I forget. And I'm sure I'll forget somebody. Ryan Palooza, Barry Campbell. Dave's RC Air Marshal, myself. Phone Boy was there. Bobby K, Adam Selikowski. I'm trying hard to say that name. I'd be mad if somebody couldn't say my name. Like, let me get it out there. Figure it out. Adam Selikowski. I always call him Adam C. Because because I don't think I can say it right. He flies with Bobby all the time. Good times. Yeah. He's never crawled a day in his life, but he got one. Yep. It's nice. I'm going to do like full workup on it. I'm not going to really go into it right now, but it's sick. I mean, it's like anybody who knows RCs, like, this is a crawler. It's got all the right stuff that all the crawlers do, except like crazy scale detail. I did do a little filming, like an unboxing. Like, I got this the day I packed to leave, so I didn't get a chance. You know, they sent this to me like 4 times, and it finally got here. Just like the MiG-29 shows up late, and then I was glad though, because they were like shipping right away. I'm glad I got the video done so quick because it shipped right away. So yeah, this Jeep is completely boss. This turns, you know, with the steering. It's got its own servo. Real mirrors here. The bar that comes in here is to hold up the body. So there's some body pins underneath. You guys, I'll show you. And if you've seen the other videos on this, you know already what it can do. It's got lights, headlights, and this one off right here. It's nice. So, you know, I personally invested money into some crawlers. So when this came, I had a point of reference to talk about it. Rather than just like doing it and being like cool, I wanted to have like some context. And so when I filmed my quick unboxing, I had my Axial and my Red Cat up, and I showed you the clearance between the differential and the floor. These have, here's the hub. The axle goes straight across. But crawlers, a lot of times, the higher end crawlers have what's called portal axles. So they have gearboxes over here, which allows them to bring the wheel down and enhance the clearance for crawling, right, and getting over stuff. So anyhow, yeah, I'm really looking forward to diving in and showing you guys kind of what I've learned about crawlers since I've been actually doing it a little bit, and how this one does compared to the other ones that are made to crawl, where this is like really just super scale. It's a crawler, but it's like a super scale vehicle. I'm really excited to see what they do next. There's cloth seats and all that stuff. I mean, it's epic. And all it takes is, you know, 2S or 3S LiPo. Awesome. Let's see. Flaps in here. Man, listen, I went off the grid, which was amazingly awesome. So I haven't been checking DMs and stuff. And you know what's funny is when I got here to set up the show, Microsoft forced like a weird update, login, new password kind of situation on me. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig back, and I'm sorry, man. Send it again or something. The bumper numbers, yeah, just wing it. On the front, bud, 82 TAC 12, 1 TAC 397 on the front. Yeah, you'd assume the same on the rear, and it is. I know. I do need a action figure. I think actually there are add-ons like the canvas top and the. I think it's it should be a 1/6 scale person. You know, G.I. Joe or whatever. Isn't that sweet? I mean, it's almost like, you know, these crawlers that have a body shell. So this is like really, it's got the ladder frame, chassis, and everything. I mean, it just looks like legit crawler with completely scale bits. You know, of course it's 4-wheel drive and all that. But yeah, you want to see more on this? Check it out. I'll make a video. It'll be up on the RC Trucks playlist. Brad, I am running. I want you to wait until I figure out my links before you go looking at it. That's one thing I realized too. 100 guys. There's nobody. I mean, really, no one out there capturing this stuff. There's so much good stuff that goes on that's not on camera, and there's nothing like being there. Like, the camera does not do this stuff justice. These events, or even when we're flying. Like, there's nothing like watching Bobby and Adam or us guys, you know, ripping it up in person. There's nothing like it. Because you lose the perspective. Terry Farmer was there for a minute. He was in and out. I didn't get to talk to him very long. How are you, man? Ethan RC, you should have got your your Viper by now. So yeah, body pins in. So I have right now a 5000 2S. Let me just pull it out. A 5000 2S LiPo with a crazy adapter, by the way. Don't ignore that. But yeah, the sound will never be captured. Neither will the vibe. So yeah, two S5000s are gonna fit in there. And the runtime on these things, it's like whatever you can get. All right, guys, my camera is starting to beep and stuff, so I'm gonna see if I can get this other deal going. All right. I want you guys to tell me if you can hear me on this new camera.
Yeah, the sound will never be captured.
I had to change it because my
So
the real camera's gonna die.
Are gonna fit in there, and the runtime on these things, it's like whatever you can get. All right, guys, my camera is starting to beep and stuff, so I'm gonna see
if I can get this other deal going. All right. Skip Bill, everybody's gonna lose their wrench, but I'm not gonna deal with it today. So there it is back. Can you get echo? All right. I'm kind of surprised there's an echo. The real camera's gonna die. Of course it echoes. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Can you hear me better now? Skip Bill, everybody's gonna lose their wrench. Yeah, I had to. The other camera's not dead yet, so let me turn it all the way off. Echo. Kind of surprised there's an echo. Of course it echoes. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Can you hear me better now? Yeah, I had to. The other camera's not dead yet, so let me turn it all the way off. I had to. The other camera's not dead yet,